Okay, number 1 for your independent practice. It says for her science fair project, Lamisha waters bean plants with 4 different amounts of water: 325 milliliters, 570 milliliters, 287 milliliters, and 608 milliliters. How will Lamisha express in liters the total amount of water she uses? So if you think about this question, she's like, if you think back to 3rd grade, how you water those plants and then it made them in the cups. She's watering her plant. Those are the 4 different amounts. We want to know the total amount of water she's going to use in all, but we need it expressed in liters. So I'm going to start off by making my question. I need the total in liters. Then I'm going to write down all that information. So they used 325 milliliters, 570 milliliters, 287 milliliters, and 608 milliliters. So think about, well, what do we need to do first? Because there's multiple steps here. So let's start with, well, what's the conversions that we learned today? Today we learned the metric system, which has milliliters and liters in it. So if you remember, we learned King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk, okay, to help us with our order. So King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. I want liters. Liters falls into this U for your base unit. But milliliters has an M, and it's over here for milliliter, okay? So we're going to be moving places to add it to a bigger container. So now that you can kind of visualize what we're doing there. But first, before we can do that, we need to work on the total. We know that if we see this word total, we should either be adding or multiplying. So think about, well, she watered the plant on day 1. She's watering the plant on day 2, day 3, and day 4. Should we be multiplying that, or should we be adding it together? We should be adding these 4 numbers together. So that's our first step. So I'm going to go ahead and write them up and down. 325, 570, 287, 608, and we're adding these together. If you cannot successfully add more than 2 numbers at a time, then please do not try to add these 4 numbers all at one time. You need to do whatever works for you. So if I'm looking at this, I'm going to do 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 8 is 20, so put my 0, carry my 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 7 is 11, plus 8 is 19, so I'm going to put my 9, carry my 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9, plus 2 is 11, plus 6 is 17. So far we know it took 1,790 milliliters of water. So that was step 1, done. That's the total. So now I need to move to, well, that was milliliters. I need to move that to liters. Okay, so remember, we're thinking about this as if it was a place value chart. I'm going to erase these little words I've got underneath it so that we've got space to write. If I am trying to move in this direction, I'm going to be moving it into a bigger container. Milliliters is like a drop of water, and I'm trying to fill up a liter, which is similar to like a water bottle. It's almost close to that. So my answer should be getting smaller because I'm moving into a bigger container. So now we're going to think of our place value knowledge we practiced today on how much smaller. So from milliliter to centa is going to be 10 times smaller. From the C to the D is 10 more times, so 10 times 10 is 100. And I need 1 more time to get to the U. So 10 times 10 is 100, times 10 equals 1,000. So my answer is going to need to get 1,000 times smaller. Okay, well now let's look at our answer choices. A says 0.179 liters. B says 1.79 liters. C says 17.9 liters. D says 1,790 liters. So one of these is already garbage. We can get rid of it because my answer didn't get any smaller. So I know D is wrong straight off the bat because it didn't get any smaller. Okay, I needed to get 1,000 times smaller. So I'm going to come down here at the bottom. I'm writing 1,790. I'm going to think about where is my decimal in this number right now because I don't see one. Hopefully, we all have learned by now the decimal goes at the end of a number. Okay, so now think back to our place value tricks that we've learned. 1,000 has 1, 2, 3 zeros. So I need to move my decimal 3 places, making it smaller. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 79 hundredths liters, which is B.